He's learning how to use Instagram Live, so bear with him. I actually got him to jump on today, and there he is. Okay. Oscar requests me to be in to join the live. I'm go ahead and add you. There we go. All right. Going on foot, Steph. DM him and DM me. I'm gonna get as much information as I can. Hey, back.
Yeah, I didn't figure out how to download.
It's okay.
So.
It's all right. Instagram has me like half blocked, so when I escaped, it says 798 people had watched, and it didn't have the arrow to download. But I'm screen recording, but I also have the audio, so they won't be able to see us like visually. But I have all the audio, so I'm gonna put something together and put it out as a podcast. For those who have tuned back in that were already listening, you know the deal. For those of you who just got here, everybody who's here right now, for those of you that don't know what's going on, this is Oscar. This is Isaiah's father. Isaiah and Manny have been missing since March 13th. We want to help him. So if you live in New York or you live in New Jersey, even if you live in fucking Connecticut, you know, if you can come down, if you drive or if you own a jet ski, or what was the special type of company that you looked into that was independent, that have the sonar radars? Can you tell me what the name of like those companies are that you need? I'm in Instagram jail, by the way. I'm surprised that they let me get away with this, and I'm so happy I got the first 40 minutes out. Drop some ears if you could hear me. Drop some ear emojis if you could hear me. It's good. One double. I have been in Instagram jail for 3 days. Every time I go live, they end it, and they don't let me stay on. So I don't know. I got the first 40 minutes. Thank you. I got the first 40 minutes, and that was a lot of what we needed to talk about, so that's good, and that's why I cut it, to make sure I was able to save it. So I sent him the link, and I hope that he joins. But this is just to recap on everything we were discussing and get a couple of last words out, and I'm going to get that list. There we go. He's joining. I'm going to get that list from him to email all these people and locations of where we need to go. He's joining now, so hang on one second. You don't know what I've been going through with Instagram the last couple of days. So I told them that me and you together are going to make this list of all the locations, like the cross streets, the offices, the emails, so online and in person of all the places, and pass it around. Whatever people can do to get involved. I want you to tell me the names of the kind of companies that you wanted that have the sonar radar system in their boats and stuff.
I don't know. It's on my email. It was so many. It was a few of them. That email. I would just.
Send it to me, and I'm gonna ask around and see what I can find out.
Yeah, I saw them on people send me links of, different pages that did that. Independent companies. So okay. I'll just email them.
All right. Somebody keeps asking, can we talk about the mom? But I feel like I would bring her on
about my son's mom.
I guess so. They didn't specify.
I think she's sleeping. She couldn't sleep. I spoke to her this morning. She was up like all night, and I think she's finally getting some sleep.
It's hard to rest when all of this is going on, and we all understand that. They keep saying, "What about Manny's mom?" So earlier for Janessa, he said, that's you've reached out a couple of times, but you're giving her space because as a parent to parent, you've got to give another parent space while they're going through this.
They keep in contact. My son's mother and Manny's mom.
Yeah.
They keep in contact. They speak all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. She would know. I spoke to her yesterday. I spoke to my son's mother yesterday about her. And she said, she just got off the phone with her. So they speak all the time.
Is there anything aside of, helping search and put out the word that we can do during this time? Like, do you need resources? Do you need help to hire people to do things?
No, I don't. That's what I said from the beginning. I don't want $1 from anybody. I just want everybody to genuinely help. I don't want people to help for any other reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want a penny from anybody. I didn't put no GoFundMe. Not everybody chooses to do their own thing. I just don't feel like I don't want to do the GoFundMe. That not to knock.
I understand what you mean.
That does that. That's on them. Yeah.
More so like those independent companies. If they're asking you like, we'll do it, but you have to pay us. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Are they doing that, or are they?
Yeah. I offered money. It's great that you're doing this interview because I've offered people money to interview me to get this out there, and
What?
they just everybody's just doing the corona thing. Yeah, I'm out there. I'm bribing people. I'm just actually getting out there and offering money to people to interview. I don't want to put that out there. Then people gonna start charging me. And stuff.
Nah, you shouldn't be charged for it. I actually, from the bottom of my heart, was fucking crying last night. And I was like, I have to contact this man. I don't care how weird it is. I'm fucking calling him. I'm gonna call him through Instagram. I'm gonna write him a message. I need to help you because this is insane. I just saw my sister yesterday for her birthday during the social distancing, sat far away, brought her gift. And when I looked at my nephew in his face, the first thing I thought about was like, I wonder how those boys are doing. I wonder if they were found. And I came home and I checked Instagram and I was like, shit. You know, it really breaks my heart. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, even the social media thing, the Instagram thing is out of my comfort zone. I've never been too much involved in social media, so now I'm just like out there, and that's even out of my comfort zone. But I'm even doing that. I'm doing everything I possibly can. Whatever, anything that's out of my comfort zone, anything I could do, I'm trying to do every possible thing I can. So if anybody could just if they know somebody with a platform, with a big platform, or they know a media outlet, or they know someone who can help with a boat and a sonar machine, or just what else? Anything, like anything, or they could just come up with ideas that I haven't come up with.
Right.
Come up with ideas I haven't come up with.
A couple of people that said, I don't know the story, I got here late. Not to be like for the millionth time, but I did put up a flyer. The flyer says I'm discussing, this is Oscar. Oscar is a father of a missing boy, Isaiah. Isaiah and Manny are two missing children that have been gone since March 13th. We're looking for them in New York City, and also Jersey, because it's possible that the current from the water where they were may have brought them to New Jersey. What we want is to discuss the topic, to raise awareness, because you see how people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. There was no Amber Alert. I want to raise as much awareness as possible. I want to reach out to all my platform. I'm about to talk to Large Professor, actually. I'm not sure if you're familiar with who he is.
Yeah.
So, I hope. So, like, it's funny because I was going to interview him, Boogie Blind, which is Pharaoh Monch's DJ, like certain people. And then now there's a lot going on with everybody. There's been some deaths in this, the industry. The guy who does the end of the week passed away, V. Everybody's busy, but if I told them what's going on, I'm pretty sure that they'll repost if I ask them. If I put like a little 30-second thing discussing it, like, hey, can you post this in your story? So I'm going to reach out to the people I know and try.
Yeah, even prayers go a long way.
Absolutely.
Even a prayer, that means a lot to me. Everybody that prayed, it does mean a lot to me. I pray a lot. So that means a lot to me when people people actually pray. I appreciate that. Whatever you could do, the tagging, the reposting, I appreciate that too. But they just keep on. They just keep doing it because the mission hasn't been accomplished. We haven't found it, so we just gotta keep on, And
Absolutely.
I appreciate all the help, I didn't even expect all this, the help that I've gotten so far, so I really do appreciate that, man,
Anytime. David Benoit is also a person. That's a good point. And they said Ruben Diaz just went live. David has been covering Puerto Rico and everything that's going on. He looks very involved.
I've emailed Ruben Diaz's assistant every day now for the past week and a half. Ruben Diaz, I've been tagging him.
Do we know where his office is? I'll go to his office.
No, I don't. I should.
I'll put on my white hazmat suit and my goggles and my mask, and I'll be over there. He won't know who the fuck I am, but I'll say what I need.
I guess I gave up on that shit because a couple places I went to, nobody was ever at the office. Everybody's working from home. Most people are working from home.
I'll go there and call 911. Like that guy on the train. I was like, police, help! I'll stand right there.
I posted one time. Everybody just flood the line on the precinct, the 34 precinct. Everybody called. They actually got upset about it because when I went over there, they was like, oh, how can we work if we're getting 1,000 calls? With their slick remark. I was like, well, you should have one person picking up the calls and then the other person handling the case.
They hate being told what to do. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have a snotty person in the thread. This happens once in a while because people get crazy. He thinks that I'm purposely ignoring him because he's like, why do you keep ignoring me when we're asking about him getting spiritual help? There's like 700 comments happening really fast at the same time. I happen to see that. The man just said that he prays every day. if you're talking about him going to get cleansed at the Botanica, we haven't discussed that. No, we haven't. But spiritual help comes in different ways.
And prayers in magnitude is stronger. So we pray every day at 4 o'clock specifically. You know, that's one prayer. That's like I pray every day at 4 with candles. I pray right here. As a matter of fact.
Let me see. You know how to flip it, or you could just go like that. I saw that. That's beautiful. Yeah, we'll be praying at 4 o'clock.
There's one candle for Manny and one candle for Isaiah, actually. Yeah.
Shit, if you want to go on Instagram Live every day at 4 o'clock and people will join you in prayer, then it is. I have pretty much asked you everything I need to ask you to try to help these people understand what's going on. What I need them to know is that in my live, it saves. So you can go back and watch it if you missed anything. Something is freezing right now. Are you frozen? Can you guys hear me? And is he frozen? Are you there? Okay. I think it's working. I want right now to spend the next hour collecting this information so that I can pass it around, and I'm going to make some phone calls and try to see who I can reach. I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but I'm going to try to see what would happen if I called the radio stations to say, like, would you drop this information during your show and stuff like that. Like, I'll call my people directly, but I'll also call, it's like the promotion and marketing department, the guys that do the commercials, the advertising, and just be like, you know, what would it take? Or Shea 45, Sirius, and all those stations. I don't know. Something has to give. But since I have this audio, at least I can post a link.
I tagged all of them. I know Shea 45. I've seen somebody send them a DM and they actually replied, but they still haven't posted it. They still haven't done. You know, they haven't even posted it in their story. Other people too. Well, I spoke to Sean King this morning. I spoke to him on Saturday. I think we're gonna do something. I don't know what, but we're gonna do something. We're gonna figure that out and like just try to get this out there, man. I just want to find these boys. After I find these boys, I'm even done with social media. I'm done with this shit. I'm just trying to find these boys. I'm done. I'm just want, you know, if people feel like I'm harassing. I'm gonna keep harassing till we find these boys.
You have to. If it wasn't for social media, I wouldn't even know that they were missing. So obviously, we still need it.
I know that's actually.
It's ironic.
I never did this before, you know, but whatever it takes.
Somebody said maybe you should contact his friends from school and his teachers because maybe they can post on TikTok, popular app that all the kids are using. You know, and Snapchat and all that. I feel like they probably already done that, but obviously, just in case.
Yeah. I mean, they did. One of his teachers, Maria, she did something. I'm not too tech savvy, so she explained something that she did. I don't know what it is. Something where they just post pictures of Isaiah and Manny. I forgot what it's called. I'm not the most tech savvy person. I don't know what she was talking about.
Anything you have a link to. Then you can send it over. Guys, just so you know, look down. Look down on your phone. You see that there's a square with a question mark, there's an arrow, and there's like a smiley face. The arrow means that you could DM this to somebody and they could jump in and be watching it right now. So you could share this conversation with your friends. Like you can tap that arrow and type in your friend's name just like you would DM somebody and send it. Send it to whoever you need to. To Pix11, to all that. I used to work by Pix11. I feel like the news stations, just as much as the police stations and the political buildings, should be tapped into. So whatever we could do for you.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Okay, just keep tagging and reposting. I guess emails too. Emails. You know, anybody you could email, just email them, and hit them from every angle, every corner. Like you said earlier, put your foot on their neck. We gotta keep on putting our foot on their necks. We gotta find them somehow. And it's been almost It's been 5.5 weeks. It's been 5.5 weeks. That's too much. You know, I can't even. You know, I don't want to get too personal, but I don't even stay in my house anymore. I don't stay over there because I can't be in the crib. I'm just working. To find, because it's too much memories. It's too much memories. You know, his room and everything like. But that's what I'm saying. I'll be all right when I get closure. That's what I need. I just need closure, and that's it. You know.
Absolutely. Closure is, I'm glad that you said that because earlier, before in the other conversation, before we came right back, I was saying that obviously we would love to believe that everything can be resolved, but we also have to be prepared for the worst as well. Closure just means, are we finding him or are we not? Or how did we find him? It just needs to happen. You need your peace. And I feel like these boys, I really hope a lot of people are asking questions like, well, what if they're stranded on an island somewhere? Like, what if they got all the way to an island? I could imagine that the cops or somebody went to whatever the nearest island is, or like the jail is by an island.
I seen crazier things. I seen crazier things in my life. Trust me. Miracles do happen. Miracles do happen. I'm praying for that miracle. Even you know, I'm praying for that miracle. But you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm listening.
I'm praying for a miracle, but however, I don't question God. So however He delivers him to me, that's how I gotta take it. That's how I gotta take him. You know what I'm saying? There's I'm learning to prepare myself for the outcome. You know, because he was 13. He's 13, and I'd rather him die at 13 with morals, you know, as a stand-up dude with morals, instead of living to 90, living to 100, being a piece of shit. So, you know, nobody took him from me. I wouldn't have been able to live with that. You know, he went out like a hero. So if he went out, so I'm good with that. I'd rather him go out with morals, because we all gotta die. But it's how we live. It's how we live.
Absolutely.
You know, through our morals and being stand up. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. You know, he always looked up to me. He always looked up to me from little. Wherever he's at, I know he's looking down, because I know he's smirking, because I now the roles are reversed. Now I look up to him. Now he's my idol. You know, he a hero. He a hero. And that's how I want him to be remembered. I want him to be remembered as a hero. You know, and I'm gonna make sure that his name live on if that's the outcome. I'm gonna make sure that his name live on. People have got keys to the city for less.
Right.
Doing charity work, you know, not diminishing that I was saying that's less, but you know, people have gotten keys to the city for stuff like that. He needs a ceremony. He needs a party. He needs something when all this is over. He needs to be rewarded for what he did. He's a hero, and his name. I'm gonna make sure that his name live on, just like that. Him being a hero, you know.
Absolutely. I want to just really quick say the cross street to where it happened is Hudson and East River. Somebody commented that that's the exact pinpoint, just to make it easier for those who are wondering.
The rivers connect. That's where the rivers connect. The East River and the Hudson.
I'm gonna get all that from you, and then I'm gonna just, I guess, research what's on the other side and try to compile between me and you a list of locations, and also all the people's emails and all the people's, if there are offices and stuff. We'll try to hit, again, what we want to do is anybody who is political, anybody who's in media, anybody who is with the government, you know, agencies. Like, the police department is one thing, but there should be an investigation unit that's working on this separately, like a detective.
This Yeah, and if anybody has any suggestions, like as far as like I said, I'm not the most tech savvy person. If there's something that somebody could come up with, like you just mentioned the school, if they could do something
on TikTok,
as far as and TikTok and stuff like that, you know, that would be a good idea. You know, I wouldn't think of something like that, but you see, that's a good idea. Stuff like that. You know, I'm surprised the school haven't already done it. If they haven't, those real close to Isaiah. Those real close to him. I don't know about Manny. I didn't know Manny too much, because Isaiah has so many friends. I would get confused. And these kids nowadays all got the same hairstyle, so I get confused. You know, I get confused with which one was who. You know.
Somebody also said the loading docks near the river and stuff like that. See, where my mind goes is like, okay, you know, obviously if something happened and the current took them somewhere, but also what if there were other human beings around and there's some kind of danger because of any adults? Like, where would you look? So I'm going to put together in my mind a long list, take the list from you, and then go forward.
Yeah.
And everybody who's here, we're taking all your advice, but again, there's like 700 comments, moving. It's a little bit delayed for us for whatever reason. I don't have the best service right now, but I need to have this conversation. We do want to do a protest. They said the school is doing something already. PYT Olivia said that. Do you know this person? that the school's doing
if
something
I'm not
already?
mistaken, I think she goes to the school. If I'm not
One of
mistaken,
the students?
I think I checked her page before. I think she DM'd me. I checked the page before. I think she's one of the students, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken, from the
Anybody
school.
here that knows
They,
him
they,
personally, DM him. You know, if you have information that you know what's being done at the schools, DM him. I think you should go. Somebody said, well, we discussed that. He doesn't want to do a GoFundMe. They said so a company that could actually look for them. They literally found the Kennedy family in 3 days. I don't know if them finding the Kennedy family in 3 days was something based on the police actually doing their job or the family personally hiring somebody. We don't know. Well, I don't know.
I've tried to hire people, and nobody come out due to the pandemic. I tried
Right,
to
because
hire
they're
everybody.
scared.
I was coming out of pocket. I was trying to hire everybody, just whatever it took, and nobody's coming out. So I've tried that. I guess for the Kennedy family, they would come out. I guess that's America.
Yep. And to answer that question, somebody said, have you tried the hospitals? He has. Obviously, you've tried them several times. It doesn't mean that you stop. You continuously check with them, and you're like, hey.
Yeah, but it's mayhem in there. It's mayhem, where everything all isolate, all the COVID-19 victims, they isolating them, so it's so
everyone's a lesser priority to them right now if there's not COVID.
Yeah, exactly. You go to Sports Center, they're talking about COVID. You go to the Food Channel, they're talking about COVID. You go to the Animal Channel, they're talking about COVID. It's just like, this is crazy. I understand, there's nobody was prepared for this as going on, but these are two children. As adults, even if it's not your child, as adults, we're responsible for these children. We're responsible for the children in our neighborhood, or just in the city. We're just responsible for every adult should be responsible for every children. Not responsible as far as you're monitoring what they're doing every day or something. But when a tragedy happens, adults should come together and try to fix it.
Well, I'm not scared to go outside. I just stand far away from whoever. But I'm not scared to go outside. So whenever I figure out whatever I can do in person versus virtually or whatever, I'll surely DM you. I sent you my information. I want you could send it in DM, but it makes it much longer. So maybe just make an email instead.
I didn't even know this was going. I haven't been watching the news, so I've been focusing on this. So when I go outside and people walk away from me when they're too close, I didn't even know what was going on, and then then just me picking up on shit. I didn't even know that was going on.
So much is going on. I don't understand why I'm hearing about the tiger that lived in Harlem for 20 years yesterday instead of the boys. So that's kind of why I hit you up, because I'm like, really? The news just...
There was another story I saw. There was another story I saw. Oh, there was the story of the couple, the couple getting married in Washington Heights.
Yeah.
That it went viral. It went viral. That's the same neighborhood. That's our neighborhood. That's my neighborhood where that happened. And they're covering that. All right, that's beautiful, whatever. But these are two children from the same neighborhood, and these are children, and they're not covering that. There's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that.
There's something seriously wrong with that. It's frustrating, but it's good that just because you don't know anything about me or where I popped up from out of nowhere, but just to give you some background, about 15 years ago I got into media. And about 11 years ago, I had a radio show. And so I do know a lot of people. And that's why I offered to help. Because the kind of people I know, I've interviewed so many different types of people in my life that's why I would know, like an author, a politician, whatever. So I'm going to pass it as much as I can.
I was actually going to put you, have my son's mother do the interview.
Yeah, you can.
I kept calling her, texting her, but she
it's okay, whenever she's ready. Whenever she's ready. I mean, obviously I'm home. We inside. Instead of we outside. We inside. Yeah. I'm editing because I do photography and videography, so I'm going to be sitting here all day doing that. If I get a DM, I'll see it, and then I'll tell her, what time do you want to do it? It could be tomorrow if she wants, if it's better for her. I feel like this time of day is pretty good. A lot of people are around. And at night, it tends to get weird. People just want to do other stuff, so... If she wants to talk today, she can. She can let me know. And if she wants to talk tomorrow, I would do it first thing in the morning. Because I just have an 11:30.
We could do it tomorrow, and then I have her prepared tonight for that, because her sleeping patterns are all fucked up right now.
Yeah.
Her sleeping patterns,
Absolutely.
So I think she goes to sleep early in the morning now. I don't know. She's all over. She's all over the place, dude. I don't blame her.
Everybody has
It's
a lot of
crazy.
questions about Manny's mom. I really
I, kn-
I
I
really
don't know.
can't answer those
She would
questions.
tell you.
Yeah.
My son's mother could tell you more what's going on with her. Actually, she's I can't tell you. I'm not gonna speak on it
Of
because
course.
I haven't spoken to her. But I spoke to my son's mother about her yesterday, and she said, she's frustrated. Understandably,
As
she's
she should be.
frustrated with she just want closure, just like all of us do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, Mano.
crazy, man. But there's no excuse for what's happening. It's 5 weeks and a half. It's no excuse. They should have more manpower. I asked them. I went up to the person in charge of this case, to the detective in charge of this case. I said, "Yo, we need more manpower. We need more of this. We need more of that. We need more of this." It's like I have more information on what's going on, I guess, because I was out there in the water, so I know. I would see a garbage like floating around. One day it'll be like around the Tappan Zee Bridge. Then like 2 days later, 3 days later, it'll be around where the incident happened. So
The current takes you around the
more or less, you
shore.
can more or less tell where the current's taking you. You know what I'm saying? Just by looking at garbage. I saw a basketball one day closer to like Brooklyn. Then I saw it closer to like Yonkers. Like it was like it travels, and you could tell how far it travels. So it's not going that far. It's not going to travel that far. I mean, that's just me observing. Just me observing, me being out there. I'm not an expert, but just from what I see.
Yeah, it's common sense. If you see it, you're like, okay, well, if that's gonna float around, then obviously anything else would float around. People are asking a couple of questions, so I just want to ask. And it seems to have answered itself. They all know things and they're answering each other. But let's ask you, Oscar. Was Isaiah your only son? And was Isaiah an only child?
Yeah, he's an only child. He's her.
Someone's saying that he had another sibling, and other people are saying he's an only child. So I just want to ask you.
He's only child. He's my only son, and he's his mother's only kid, only child.
Okay.
Yeah, only child. Yeah, that's the only one. That's like everybody that knows me knows that wasn't only my son. That was like my best friend too. It was like my best friend. He was my best friend. I would hang out with him. I wasn't the most traditional dad. I didn't do everything like the traditional parent does. But he was always with me. So it's just like I guess like a young dad, young dumb dad, ratchet dad, I guess. I don't know.
Don't call yourself dumb.
Whatever.
You did more than what other people do. Like, you're a good father. Yeah. At the end of the day, I don't know you personally, but from what I observe, you're present. Some kids don't know who their father is, and some kids don't have a dad at all.
Yeah, no.
So
he was always with me.
He is blessed to have someone like you. And because of that, we all know what's going on and we can help you. Because if you weren't a good father, we wouldn't know what's going on, and you wouldn't have told us, and we couldn't do anything.
Yeah, so that's where he got that mentality from, always being around older men, older men. And well, now, young men. So
I get it.
He got that mentality. He got that mentality from that. He was just always like, he was always that kid that was doing crazy stuff though. So I'm not even surprised, man. I'm like when I spoke to his mother, when I did speak to his mother, she was actually surprised that he jumped in because Manny jumped in because he was so scared of the water and he was scared of planes.
Oh, you froze.
He didn't like to fly. She said she took him to Mexico.
I'm here. I hear you.
She said she took him. She said she took him to Mexico, and it was like a mission to take him over there because she was so scared. I mean, he was so scared. He was scared of flying and he was scared of water. So she's really surprised, him doing that. But I'm not. I know my son at 5 years old. 5 years old, he jumped off the cliff in Mountain Creek.
Oh yeah, I know that cliff. I only did it one time.
He was with me. I was, he's
5.
Too young.
5 years old.
He's too young to jump. Yeah, he's too young to jump.
Yeah.
So he sneaked in. I had him. He was right next to me, and I turned to say something to somebody. And when he saw me turn, he jumped. He just jumped. He was always doing crazy stuff like that. So I had to jump in after him. He was always doing stuff like that.
What's your favorite? What's like a favorite memory or a moment that makes you laugh about him? Let's talk about something happy. What's like
There's
a?
so many.
I know there's so many, but does anything stand out?
Yeah.
Like most recently before all this, I saw you guys went on vacation or something. I saw some family videos
Yeah.
and stuff.
I I'll tell you this story. I was in Puerto Rico with him. We went for my birthday. Went to Puerto Rico. It was just me and him.
Right.
It was just a guy's trip, just me and him.
Huh.
So, like I said, I'm not the traditional parent, so I would go out in the night and leave him in the hotel by himself. So, he was. I remember I went downstairs. I got dressed, and I got him ready for bed. He was going to bed.
Mhm.
He was already snuggled in. I tucked him in and everything. I go back downstairs. I go downstairs to the lobby, and when I get to the lobby, I want to change my a watch I had on. I wanted to change to another watch. Mm-hmm. So when I get back upstairs, he's jumping on the bed. He got his robe on. He just had underwears on and a robe on, and he's jumping on the bed, ordering room service. Like, what kind of cake y'all got? He's like, saying, what kind of cake y'all got? Y'all got lava cake? Y'all got lava cake? And I'm like, what the fuck you think this is? Home Alone? Get your ass to bed, man. You
right?
Think this Home Alone? It looked like a scene from Home Alone. That's what it looked like. You know? Like, he was just he had a good aura about him. You know, a lot of times when I come out, he was like a little man. I come from clubbing, so I go to sleep, and he's already up getting ready for my credit card, or he'll charge it to the room, and he'll just eat breakfast on his own, like just walking around the beach by himself. You know what I'm saying? And then he just got to know the whole hotel because everybody just loved him. Everybody took care of him. One of the people that worked there, when I woke up and I came downstairs, she was like, "Oh, listen, your son just wanted to eat cake, but I made him eat a good healthy lunch, and then I gave him his cake that he wanted." You know what I'm saying? He was just like, it's like a little boy, you know, just like a little man. But you know, he was loved. He was always loved. Everybody loved him when they met him. And I'm not trying to sound cliche, but it's the actual truth. Yeah. That's just how he was.
We're gonna keep it current, not past tense for now. Is, not was.
Yeah, it is. Exactly. I gotta, you know, words are powerful. So
exactly.
You gotta speak, you know, speak it to existence.
Until further notice, we're gonna keep it current.
Yeah,
we need to get you this closure. We need to know what's going on. We need to find him. We need to find his friend. But we also need to keep you sane.
Yeah.
And together, everybody here cares about you. There's a lot of, if you look in here, you could scroll. It won't like kick you out the conversation. You could touch and scroll because I know you don't know much about Instagram Live. You could read what they're saying.
Yeah.
And when I put it up, you're going to see it again. It never goes in the order of which it happened. So when you rewatch this, the comments don't match up with what we're saying. But,
all right.
You know, there's a lot of love here. Everybody really cares.
There was a few. Yeah. I mean, so many memories. That kid, just, I don't know. He was like my boy, like I said. So it was just funny. It was always funny when we was around each other. It was just always joking on each other. He was my biggest hater. He was my biggest hater. He started wearing my clothes. He's 5'10".
What?
He's 5'10". So he's 5'10", and he's my. I mean, I got little feet. I'm a size 8.5. He was already at 9, so he was wearing my sneakers too. So he'll get up in the morning when we go to school. He'll get up so early in the morning, like 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, to get ready for school. He'll be ironing his clothes. He takes my perfume. He'll put on Chanel cologne.
Yeah.
He'll put on cologne, get fresh. I was like, "Dad, why the fuck you get up so early to go to school? We got mad time." I was like, and to get bad grades, he'll be so hyped about going to school and then get bad grades. I was like, "You're like a little dumb fly nigga." He was actually doing better. He was actually doing better, but we would just joke on each other, just like that. We were just always joking on each other. He always he was like my biggest hater. He was if I'm in the I went shopping. I was going shopping. I was buying myself clothes, and a lot of people don't know this, but like I was working out, so I was getting heavier. So everybody thought I was like 180, 185. I was like really 165 or something. So I would buy small clothes to fit me, and then he was just like, "Yo, you a little guy, man. Like you're just a little guy. We wear the same clothes." I was like, "That's not normal. Like I see other dads, they way bigger than their kids." I was like, this nigga just called me. He's
roasting you left and right.
That's what he did.
That sounds like a fun relationship.
He just called me a little nigga. Okay.
Man,
Yeah, we were
listen.
just always joking around. I always had him. I had him eating healthy too. Because I eat healthy. He was eating healthy. He was working out. He had abs. He was cut up. He had a nice physique. I was just preparing him because I know tomorrow ain't promised.
Right.
Tomorrow ain't promised. So I was preparing him for the world like if something happened to me. I never it crossed my mind something happened to him.
That's a good point.
I had 3 life insurance. Yeah, I had 3 life insurance policies on him. And actually that day when it happened, March 13th, in the morning, I don't know why, I was looking up another life insurance policy, and I saw one that I didn't have that I liked, and I actually called in to set up a meeting for Saturday. I was going to go into the office Saturday and get him another life insurance, and that's the day it happened. So I was going to get 4 life insurance on him. None of them are, I never thought something would happen to him. All the life insurance cover if something happened to me.
So he could be all right.
If something happened to him, that never crossed my mind. It never crossed my mind. Every time I spoke to him like lessons. I just told him that because I know tomorrow's not promised. I thought I would go first to him. I never thought he would. I never thought this situation would happen. So I was just like, I was just, it's crazy. Life changes from one second to another, man. I just pray. I pray for a miracle. If you know what I would do, I'll give up mine for his if I could trade, you know what I'm saying, or anything, man. He's young. I know he would have been great. He would have made a big difference in this world, man. It's just his character. He would have been something, man. I mean, he could be something. I'm just waiting. Every day I wait for that phone call. I fantasize about that phone call, getting that phone call. Like, yo, we got your son. Your son is over here. I fantasize about that phone call, like every single day, multiple times a day. I just look at my phone. When I get a call that from a number that's not stored, right away I'm picking up, like, I'm picking up. Yeah. Thinking,
see what's going on.
Thinking the best. Hoping for the best. Like, oh, this is the phone call. This is the phone call. If I'm in the supermarket or whatever, I see it. It's like I've seen him. I was seeing him everywhere. I don't know why. I was just seeing him everywhere. Everywhere I looked, I was seeing him. And it's just like, that's just me, just so focused on trying to get to him. It's just like your mind plays tricks on you. It's just like that's my whole focus. That's my main focus. That's all I do every day, man. Trying to find this kid, man.
Well, we're going to help you every single day. Well, I'm going to help you, I promise. Everybody in here, if you promise, drop a fish emoji since y'all keep calling him a fish and saying that he's always in the water, that he's like a fish. Drop a fish emoji if you wanna help out. My email is in my bio, and your bio, I think your email is there, but I'm not sure. If anything, I mean, they could just DM you. They see your name there, and they can DM me, and we'll send all the information that they're asking for. Because I tried to pin the comment, but they're moving so quickly that it didn't let me. But I don't want to lose this live again.
Yeah.
I'm going to save.
Everybody that knew him, everybody that knew him knew that he loved the water too. Everybody that knew him knew that he loved the water too. Like my friends would call me. A friend of mine called me one time. He was like recording him doing backflips on the diving board. Like he just was always like that, and that's when he was younger. That was when he was real young. He's just always been like that. This kid, that you never know. That's why I tell every parent, there's no way, no matter how on top of your kid you are, like in that little window, in that little gap. I spoke to him at 3. It happened at 4, and he was supposed to meet me at 5. You see that little gap, and I was always on top of him. Like, but I'll check for like, what normal parents would check for. Like when he comes in my car, I'll smell his fingers, make sure he's not smoking, or like smell his clothes. I'm checking like for stuff like that. Regular. Nobody ever thinks that your kid is jumping off the fucking Hudson. You know what I'm saying? And like,
just in case, because they're saying that they can't hear. Can you hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I don't know why they can't hear me, which is weird.
It was earlier. No, they were talking about earlier. They were talking about.
Because they're writing it now, but I don't know. If you guys can hear both of us, drop some ear emojis. I have to do, because Instagram keeps kicking me out. It's a long story. The long story short is that I was playing music and they got mad. But I want to save this live. So what I'm going to do again, I'm going to end it to save it. And I'll jump back on, you know? One more time. One more run for everybody. But I'm going to end it and I'm going to bring it back on. So everybody, go to my page. You're going to see the live pop up and just click it. Be right back.